Hello there everyone, my name is Clink, and welcome to Let's Play Pikmin 3 Deluxe. So it's been a little bit since Pikmin 2 wrapped up. I still haven't done the challenge mode for Pikmin 2 quite yet, but I'll do it eventually, but for now I'm going to be doing Pikmin 3. I really like Pikmin 3. I would say it's probably my second favorite in the series, and even though I could do Pikmin 4 at this point, I might as well do the whole series in order at this point. Especially because I don't know Pikmin 4 as well yet, and I'd rather cover this and maybe get to know Pikmin 4 a little more. I kind of still haven't played Pikmin 4 since my initial playthrough, so I'll probably have to play it a couple more times. But as for this Let's Play, I'm going to be playing this on hard. I debated whether to play this on hard or ultra spicy. Ultimately, ultra spicy just does not change the game at all, and the only difference is that while enemies have slightly more health, it's not that noticeable, and you have 60 Pikmin instead of 100, which really doesn't change the game that much for me. So I'd rather just have the extra Pikmin to do things faster, and with that, let's just get started.
Brink of ruin. The planet's name? Koppai. Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Koppai's inhabitants have all but exhausted their food supply. Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space. To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless. Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery. They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PNF 404. Koppai's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers. At last, the explorers' 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end. But as they initiate the landing sequence, something goes horribly wrong.
I really like that shot of just all 3 of the captains crashing down. I don't know why, I just really like that shot. But yeah, so we are going to have some new captains this time around. We have the Koppaites instead of the Pocketaceans. Wow, I'm blanking on it. It's been a second since I've played some Pikmin. What happened? Yellow Pikmin, hello! This is going to be our introduction to our first of 3 new captains. Where am I? The last thing I remember was... Oh, of course. This must be PNF 404. Charlie to ship. Charlie to ship. Do you copy? This is your captain. I repeat, do you copy? Hello? Anyone? There's no response. Where's my ship? My crew? Captain Charlie. I managed to escape unscathed, but what about the rest of my crew? They could be anywhere on PNF 404. I've got to find Alph and Brittany. I only hope they survived. So, Pikmin 3 is going to be a little more tutorial heavy than Pikmin 1 and 2 were. If you need hints, you can press up on the D-pad and it'll tell you some hints. If we pause the game, there's a lot of options here that I do want to go through real fast. The Nintendo Switch version here, or the Deluxe version, added full co-op to the game. You can play every single mode in this game in 2-player co-op. I will not really be using the co-op at all. There's a chance I'll show it briefly, but truth be told, I don't have anyone to play Pikmin with me locally. I have one friend that enjoys Pikmin and lives across the country from me, so I don't have a way to play this locally. You can restart your day with the retry button. You can end the current day. We can go back to the title screen. You can view hints from here. Some basic info on just what's happening, so we can actually see different modes and stuff, which I'll talk about more later. You got your controls. I assume we don't really need to talk too much about it since we'll get to that anyways, although I do just want to point out, you can play this game with the sideways Joy-Con. Whether that's a good idea or not is not debatable. It's just a terrible idea. Don't play this game with the sideways Joy-Con. Especially because you reset the camera by pressing down the control stick. I tried it for like 10 minutes one time. Not fun. We have a few options. If you want to play with gyro, you can, and honestly, it's really helpful in this game, but I'm actually not going to. I find gyro more comfortable to use when playing with 2 detached Joy-Cons, and I'm going to be playing with a Pro Controller, because I don't want to be moving my hand around and accidentally hit something, even though I wouldn't be moving it that far. And that's really the only major setting. The only other thing to note is added in the deluxe version of the game are badges. Badges are basically in-game achievements. A lot of Nintendo's games have been doing that on the Switch generation. But, yeah, so this is my badge progress. Obviously, I don't have every single badge, but I've gotten most of them done. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's truly get started. Huh? What in the... There are more of them. So strange. I seem to have wandered into a strange neighborhood. Why are they coming closer? Yes, we can finally whistle. We finally have a cursor as well. I'm surrounded. Much like previous games, you can move your cursor around, in this case with the left stick, for me at least, and just kind of aim and throw. They don't appear hostile. So let me get this straight. I can round up these creatures by pointing at them and pressing B and throw them with A. And then the game's going to just tell you that same information. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a lot more tutorial heavy. This whole first part is just going to be the tutorial. I'm personally not a fan of overly long tutorials, and I would say, honestly, if it wasn't for me reading the dialogue and, you know, kind of just having to go through a few things, you could honestly get through this tutorial in probably about 10 or so minutes, really. Let's go ahead and use the yellow Pikmin to get the mushrooms out of the way. So we can press ZL to move the camera. We can also move it with the right stick. Originally in Pikmin 3, I guess moving the camera with the right stick was kind of a new thing. And then we actually don't have the ability to lock on yet, so let's go ahead and throw our Pikmin. This is about as fast as you can really throw Pikmin for the most part. You might notice it's a little slower than Pikmin 2, and I guess the Switch version of Pikmin 1. I would say that this is a little faster than the original version of Pikmin 1. Let's see what's over here. These guys sure are dedicated. That is for sure. And inside, we're going to have some phosphats. This is going to be a new enemy in Pikmin 3. They don't like light. We can kind of just ignore these guys. To my knowledge, you cannot lose these 30 Pikmin at the start here, because this is pretty much the end of our time with Captain Charlie for now. And that's it. Exploration Day 1. 8:46 a.m. Alph's crash site. Yeah, let's see what's going on from a different perspective. And the one we're actually going to start with this time. Honestly, I've never really understood why they did the Charlie part first. Maybe to just set up some sort of stakes or just to let you know what happened to him, but I feel like they could have just done the whole tutorial with Alph here instead of having the part with Charlie. It's a miracle. I'm alive and somehow unharmed. Just as the SS Drake was about to land, we lost control and had to make an emergency escape. During the chaos, I was separated from my other two team members, as well as the ship itself. As the ship's engineer, it's up to me, Alph, to find both the SS Drake and my crew members. Okay. So, we now get to take control of Alph, and Alph is going to encounter the red Pikmin. And I just love this little stare down where the red Pikmin gets scared away. What was that? I guess we don't get our cursor yet with Alph either, huh? It appears that the specimen I just spotted has company. And that is going to be the onion. And what's that stuck in the branch? So, we briefly saw it with Charlie a second ago, but in Pikmin 3 you can lock on. If you're playing the original Pikmin 3 release on the Wii U, lock on works a lot different. It'll kind of have this scope in a little bit on the screen and takes a second to kind of wind up. In this game, it's much more instant, kind of like in a Zelda game almost. Oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be looking for those two missing. Yeah, that's just your camera. But yeah, this is the onion in this game. As you can see, it looks a little different from in Pikmin 1 and 2. The legs aren't as straight, and it kind of has this more robotic look to it. And next up is going to be a bit of a new thing in Pikmin 3, and that is building bridges piece by piece. So in Pikmin 1 and 2, we would kind of have like a thicket kind of thing, and our Pikmin would just kind of move the bridge forward. However, in this game, there will be piles, and they can be transported bit by bit. My cop pad, thank goodness I found it. I can use it to locate the SS Drake. I believe that this was added in, or kind of just a new way of building bridges and stuff to really up the productivity of Pikmin. If there's one thing Pikmin 3 is really good at, it's just how well you can actually have your Pikmin multitask in this game. If Pikmin is all about the time management, Pikmin 3 really nails the whole, just what you can plan out part of it, while Pikmin 1 kind of gets the time limit in place to put some stress on you. This game gives you all of the tools to really just micromanage everything happening on the field. Okay, I guess that's not gonna be a cutscene. Another important thing to note that I can hopefully show in a second here, maybe. First, let's take a look at the cop pad real fast. Great, it still works. Of course I'd expect nothing less from Koppai Engineering. I'll check my surroundings by scrolling through the cop pad screen. So, the cop pad obviously looks like a Wii U gamepad for the 10 people that know what that looks like. The SS Drake isn't that far from here. Maybe the other two crew members are there as well. I'd best head in that direction. But yeah, the cop pad looks like a Wii U gamepad because obviously this game originally came out on the Wii U, and you would use the gamepad for most of the cop pad features in the original version. Now we can start exploring with the help of the cop pad. Use the radar to check the map and the camera to take photos. And so if we press minus, we can pull up the cop pad. Right now, we can really only see the map, which has gotten a massive overhaul from Pikmin 1 and 2. It's much more detailed. You can pretty much see the area as it actually looks. We can also activate the camera and go see the world of Pikmin from first person. If I turn around, I want to actually, how about we do it this way? I want to get facing this way, I guess. Yeah. We can zoom in on the Pikmin and view them from up close. I just love this feature. It's great. I probably won't be using the camera too much throughout the game, but it's very much there. So with the lock on, we can very easily get our Pikmin onto stuff like this and not have to aim super precisely. But one thing to note, if I whistle, you can see the Pikmin didn't immediately stop. Or, well, he stops, but he doesn't immediately come back to me. You have to whistle your Pikmin twice in this game to actually get them to come back. It's a neat little change that kind of makes it to where, say you threw a couple around, but you don't want to pick up all of them. This allows you to actually just get the ones you want and let the ones that are working keep working. We're gonna have the onions sprout some seeds, and we're gonna also have some shear grubs right here. These are gonna be, I guess, our second enemy after the phosphats. Don't worry, they're only of the female variety, so you don't need to worry about any of them eating up your Pikmin. And, I guess the game is now gonna introduce us to red Pikmin now that we're producing some. Whatever. Ah, I see. So this is how these little creatures propagate. How incredibly fascinating. So, if you just press A, your captain will automatically start plucking all of the Pikmin until they're all gone. However, if you press A and immediately hit B, you can do a pluck cancel to just kind of ever so slightly speed up your pluck speed. You will have to manually walk over to your next sprout doing this way, but it is definitely a faster way to sprout. Let's go ahead, take out all of these shear grubs. If you press ZR, you can cycle through whatever you're locked onto. So we'll go ahead and get all those going back, and then the 5 pellet here. This is going to get us all the way up to the 20 Pikmin we're going to need to move this box. It's kind of like in Pikmin 1, how we had to get 10 Pikmin to move the box. This time it's 20. They're making sure you get a couple of Pikmin. Although I think 20 is the maximum right now. And we... no, I guess it's 21. I don't think you can get higher than 21 though on the first day, while in Pikmin 1 we could get 25. I think Pikmin 2 is 20, right? That's how much it took for the courage reactor. Another new feature in this game is going to be the charge. You press X, you can have your Pikmin charge onto whatever you're locked onto, or just whatever direction you're facing. Charging is gonna kind of replace swarming. We don't have swarming anymore, which is a really sad loss, honestly. I love swarming. It's one of my favorite things in Pikmin 1 and 2, but honestly, charging is still great. It works really well, especially in the deluxe version of the game. Yeah, let's move this box out of the way, and I guess does this box fall down? No. And this is going to be the first data log. I think there's 107 of these things in the game. Looks like someone's left a data file here. Perhaps the cop head will be able to read it. It's either like 107 or 90 something. Most of these are going to be pretty pointless. I'm not going to really read them. However, if you want to take a look at them, they will get their own menu here on the cop pad just next to our map. I don't think Captain Charlie wrote this data file, so who did? Could there be other intelligent life forms on this planet? And with that, I think that's really all you can do here for now, but let's pull up this menu. So yeah, you can see all the different data files we'll end up getting. Anytime a tutorial pops up, that's pretty much one of your data files, and you can find them on the the ground, like this. I'm trying to remember if it's a setting over here to have it to where the data files don't tell you anything when you pick them up. Yeah, I believe so. I think if we had this on, then it would kind of bother you a little more. But let's go ahead and take out this sand wall. I think this is what actually teaches you about the charge function. Yeah, so this will actually teach us about charge, but, you know, it's just a good way to quickly get all of your Pikmin onto something. One thing to note about the charge is in the Wii U version of the game, charging would use or send your entire squad towards something. In the Deluxe version, it's only going to send whatever type you have selected. And then if you keep mashing charge, you can just kind of send the next type, and eventually you'll send your whole squad. But it's a neat little change, and honestly, I think one that benefits the game. There it is, the SS Drake. The cop pad isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area. What am I supposed to do now? Incoming transmission. Who could it be? Alph! It's me, Brittany. Do you copy? Thank goodness. You're with the SS Drake, right? I made it through the landing in one piece. Thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. And I'm Oh no, we got cut off. I wonder how far away Brittany is. But at the very least, I'm thankful that she appears to be safe and sound. What's that strange sound? The sun is setting, which could mean that nocturnal predators are starting to wake up. I should probably get off the planet's surface for now. And with that, we have completed the first day of Pikmin 3. Like I said, much more tutorial heavy, and this is a bit of a slow first part, I guess. But I think it's a fun introduction to these characters. I really like these captains. While it's sad that we don't have Olimar and Louis and my man, the president, coming back, I really like the new captains. Brittany's probably going to be my favorite of these three. Most of the supplies we brought with us from Koppai were destroyed in the crash landing, so we now only have 3 days worth of edible provisions left. And this is how Pikmin 3 has a time limit. Instead of giving you a hard 30-day cap like Pikmin 1, your remaining time is determined by the amount of food you have. Unfortunately, however, this time limit is not really going to be that threatening after, in the case of this Let's Play, probably tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, I'll have to find some local food. And we have our usual Pikmin chart back as per usual, telling us how many we grew and how many we lost. This chart will also tell you about when in the day you got certain fruits. Or even just obtained main story items, actually. Day 1, we're shipwrecked on this planet. Some creatures called Pikmin helped me find the SS Drake, but our cosmic drive key is nowhere to be found. We won't be going anywhere without that. Luckily, I made contact with Brittany, and will set out to find her tomorrow. When I took off in the ship, the Onion took flight as well. Odd, but amazing. Alph. So yeah, we also do have the ship logs returning from Pikmin 1. Instead of getting the emails, we have the captains themselves writing these, and the game will save for us at the end of the day. And with that, we've reached day 2 and the end of this first part. So I will see you guys next time, where we'll be making our way into the first area of the game, the Garden of Hope. Bye-bye.